By 6 months, eating was fully dialed in. The turkey gain simply did not stop. I was hitting PRs every sesh. What's up guys, Derek, moreplates.com. Today we are going to be reacting to a Turkesterone transformation. Reason being that we are dropping it today at 10 a.m. PST. You know, set your alarms, whatever you gotta do. We have over 5 times as much inventory as last time. Now I know inventory blew out in like a fucking minute last time, but hopefully if you have 5 minutes, that will give you the opportunity to get on it. But anyways, so I figure, you know, anytime there's a Turk drop, what better time to, you know, react to Turk videos or talk about anything related to ectosteroids or anything of that nature that's on my to-do list. So I kind of just, you know, move it around to whatever date makes the most sense. So here we are looking at a 6-month Turkesterone transformation, and it says plus 60 pounds. So I assume this is gonna be a troll video. Looks pretty fucking substantial, but we'll see if this is just a fucking joke, because to be honest, like, this guy does not look like he should be using fucking anything except protein, creatine, you know, maybe a pre-workout. Like, I don't know how old he is, but he, you know, this kind of guy just needs to eat food, bro. Like, you don't need to be on ectosteroids and shit. But let's see. Let's fucking see, bro. I watched up to 16 seconds and then paused it because I was gonna wait for today. I had lifted for years with little results. After many, you know what, lockdowns, I had lost hope of getting massive. Dude, this is gonna get copyrighted for fucking sure, bro. This guy's also added 300 plus pounds to my PL total. This short film outlines the gains possible via Turkesterone plant sterol via Gorilla Mind complex procedure. Enjoy. Use code DENCH for 10% off all Gorilla Cum products. Age 16 years old. Fucking disaster, bro. Fitness, irony, bug pill, black pill, red pill. This kind of shit apparently actually gets you banned off of YouTube if you put all your tags in the video description. Kind of weird. Okay, so obviously this guy's just fucking around. We'll see. And the shadows above the town. I was 140 pound, do even lift waste of space until Dr. Derek of More Plates, More Date released God Seed Tercastro. I purchased 10 bottles and began experimenting with intramuscular Turkesterone injection. The results were incomprehensible. By the way, I'm not like totally writing off that may be a feasible way of administering it and getting a high quality effect. I'm not saying you should do that with ours, obviously. I'm just saying that if there was a preparation like compounded with, you know, a reputable and pure source, you know, could be a reasonable thing to look into for sure. Wouldn't be out of the question for, you know, experimentation for a study, obviously, not in real life. But personally, I'd be interested to see how that would play out. See you now. I see the fear. How did this guy not get copyrighted? If this song gets copyrighted, I'm just gonna like put some bullshit song over top that's not copyrighted, just so you know. So if the song sounds totally fucking mismatched, that's why. First max, 275 pounds, a fucking grinder, bro. I see the pain in your smile. I can finally see you now. Did 225 max at whatever, like 140 pounds or whatever. After how long had he been lifting? It sounded like he was, I had lifted, oh, he lifted for years, never mind. Still, it's pretty like not bad, you know, 225 max for fucking 16, like 140 or whatever. Finally see you now. Oh, we're radiate all over the world. We used to radiate, but now we're drowning. As I Fucking sick results, bro. That shoe sock combo, bro. By 6 months, eating was fully dialed in. The turkey gain simply did not stop. I was hitting PRs every sesh. So Turkesterone basically put him through puberty, apparently. Okay, so like realistically, what can you expect? You know, you could potentially expect nothing. You know, I've mentioned this already many times. You know, I've talked about its comparison to low dose Anavar. Like 2.5 to 5 milligrams at best. I've talked about its lack of interaction on kidney parameters, liver enzyme elevation, no HPTA suppression. It's fairly benign in terms of its effect on blood work. It doesn't hit your SHBG either. It seems to be essentially non-problematic in any kind of blood work aspect, and suppression is non-existent. And it's, you know, interacting not through the androgen receptor at all, so it's not going to cause traditional androgenic side effects. So again, keeping shit in perspective, I mentioned many times what is actually realistic to expect, anywhere from nothing up to, you know, maybe 20, 30 pounds on your lifts at best is like one of the, you know, best case scenarios that I've seen. I'll just pull up. These are the most recent. I don't even save them anymore, to be honest, because there's actually a fuck ton of reviews just throughout, you know, the internet, throughout, you know, the comment sections, Instagram posts, just DMs that I can't get to. Like I get a DM, like how many DMs a day that I can't get to, unfortunately. And I'd love to get to them all, but it's fucking impossible. But these are just some of the most recent ones I screenshotted that I thought were representative of like, you know, like good results. And again, just because, you know, these individuals got results, it doesn't mean that everyone's gonna get results. Just like any kind of compound, regardless if it's a drug or not, or whatever it is, some people might take ibuprofen or Tylenol for their headache. Some people, they take Tylenol, it doesn't fucking do anything for them. They take ibuprofen and it works. Some people, they'll take a certain anabolic steroid, literally the most potent thing for muscle building, and they respond like shit in comparison to another anabolic steroid. Individual response will vary at the end of the day. So just keep that in mind. You could get absolutely nothing from this shit. And some people do get nothing from this shit. So here's one. I was taking 3 to 5 capsules a day for about 6 weeks. Had also bumped the calories up by about 100 to 200, but all my lifts went up significantly, put on a good few pounds of body weight while staying lean, if not leaner. This Turkesterone is no joke. A little over 2 weeks into taking 4 caps a day, and I went from barely getting 225 up for more than 2 or 3 reps on bench to hitting 225 for 5 with ease. I can definitely see a difference in explosiveness and power in the gym now. Definitely going to be buying more as soon as the next restock. More Turkesterone feedback. While on a deficit, training twice a day for summer cut, kickboxing in the morning and lifting in the evening, I PR'd every lift this week. Mind-blowing results. 4 caps a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. I've been taking Turk for 2 weeks now, and I had doubts at first. May just be a hyper responder to it, but I've gained 4 pounds and have gotten noticeably leaner without changing my diet. Not saying everyone will have the same benefits, but this is what I've experienced. Okay, and this is Cooper Duran, by the way. If you haven't checked out his shit, highly recommend you do. He has the most detailed logs about Turk, or you can just watch the video I did reacting to his, he basically did a giant detailed breakdown of his body composition changes, his strength changes, everything that's changed since he started experimenting with ecdy steroids in late last year. He was one of the first guys to really get into it seriously and, you know, really evaluate it, like way back when I first started talking about it. And he has a lot of videos digging into like his before and after body composition outcomes, and they're pretty fucking insightful, you know, for a guy who is essentially a plateaued natural. We get a very, very good idea of what like a plateaued natural with good response to this shit can really get out of it. And then you can extrapolate that to what is, you know, potentially like a best case scenario, I guess, for some people, or like a good case scenario. He's definitely a good responder. I don't know about Turkesterone, LOL, but Turkesterone and Ecdysterone definitely work. I've been logging my results with them, and a bunch of people have spoken to me about their results. Derek seems to be the highest quality stuff out there, but it's always sold out, crying face. I've been on Turk as well, and it works without a doubt, and I'm currently on it as well. How old you guys? Definitely works. People will say it doesn't work without trying it, or will buy a brand that is iffy and dismiss the whole thing. Oh well. Any idea when you'll be able to ship supplements to Canada? Just wanted to drop an update on my Turk. I ran it for 6 weeks, tapered up to 3,000 milligrams. My AMRAP 225 bench went from 14 to 24 reps within the 6 weeks. Strength went through the roof and definitely added on some size. So anyways, obviously, you know, this guy, I don't even know if he took it or not, but if he's just fucking around, like obviously these gains are not indicative of what you should expect from Turk. I think everyone knows that. Or ecdysterone or any ecdysteroids for that matter. But it certainly can be a reasonable thing to add on if you are a drug tested athlete. You know, it's not in WADA's banned substance panel at all. If you're a natural who's looking to, you know, try and, you know, get an edge in your performance, whether it's in the gym, in some sport, whatever it is. If you're trying to take something that can be potentially anabolic with no effect on HPTA suppression or anything like that, or if you are, you know, very prone to hair loss and you want to take something that's not going to exacerbate that, like there's a lot of scenarios in which something like this might be useful for you. And for a lot of individuals, it's not going to be, but just be very, very aware of the scenarios in which it makes sense, and you know, choose accordingly, and just be aware of the spectrum of expected results. You know, could do absolutely nothing up to, you know, some of the results I mentioned. And I think the recent video I did with Turkesterone is definitely a good one to check out, as far as getting a full summarization essentially of, you know, like one of the best case scenarios I've seen. That video is called, I'll put up a card in the corner. It's called Reacting to Turkesterone 8-month Turkesterone log results. I was surprised. So yeah, in this one, he basically shows his before and after body fat percentage, his fat mass, how much fat he lost, how much he gained in lean mass, what his weight was before and after, waist to hip ratio. And he has multiple metrics to check throughout the whole thing. And then his strength numbers too, which were, you know, the most interesting part of that transformation, in my opinion, above and beyond the lean body mass. So anyways, check that out if it is of interest. And if you are interested in Turk, 10 a.m. PST today, Pacific Standard Time, we will be dropping. And yeah, just be ready. And also, heads up, we actually have complex ecdysterone coming out soon as well. So if you miss out on the Turk drop, or you didn't respond well to Turk and you want to try ecdy, there's you know, just like I mentioned with things like, you know, Dianabol versus Anadrol, or Anavar versus Winstrol, or anything of this nature. Now, again, I'm not even trying to compare the potency in muscle building to those compounds. I'm just trying to give a relevant example of like similar drugs and how some people respond very differently to one another. So some people, you'll ask, you know, what do you think about Anadrol versus D-bol? Some people are like, I fucking hate D-bol. Anadrol's the best. Some people will say the opposite. In the case of even very, very genetic elite individuals like Pete Rubish, he is, you know, a very accomplished power lifter, had elite fucking lifting totals, and he mentioned many times how Anadrol did absolutely nothing for him. A drug that is one of the most potent acute strength outcome drugs you could possibly deploy for powerlifting, that every single person pretty much, you know, fucking loves and gives you an instant boost in the gym, and is one of the most potent anabolics for gaining strength. That compound, you know, loved by many, he responded absolutely zero to. And this is a guy who's a genetic elite. So it just goes to show that the compound itself, your own genetics will dictate how you respond in many aspects. And you may not respond at all to something, and then a similar compound that only varies a little bit in its molecular structure may be entirely different outcome. You know, like for him, certain DHT derivatives, certain 19 NORs, like he would respond way differently to, and then Anadrol just fucking nothing, which is like the weirdest thing ever, because Anadrol, you know, for most people is pretty fucking potent. So again, just goes to show at the end of the day, certain compounds will be individual specific response. So if you're interested in ecdy and is prepared in the exact same specific way that we complex our Turk, you can check that out. It will be available soon. I'll do another announcement, so don't worry about missing it. Just follow me on my Instagram and I'll make sure I announce it there. As well as here, I might do another video on it or something, but we shall see. In general, Turk, for most people, I feel like will be a bit stronger, but you never know. You know, you might respond well to Ecti, you might not respond well to Turk, or you may not respond well to either. You may respond well to both. Kind of just fucking depends at the end of the day. So anyways, you can check that out. I'll put a link in the video description below, as well as the coupon code that'll save you 10% at checkout, DC10. Make sure you remember to apply it to save a chunk off your order at the checkout menu. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Drop a like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon.